Throw a story at us, Harrington. What have we got?
All right. Well, we don't like to get political on this show, obviously. But when somebody whose name comes up quite a bit talks about running for president, I feel like it should make it in here. Logan Paul says that he is planning on running for president in 2032 when he is over the 35-year-old age limit, and he's going to make his brother Jake Secretary of Defense. What do you guys think about this, Logan's political aspirations?
Well, I'm going to hand this one to you, Anthony, because this isn't for me to talk. I mean, this is your great nation, and you got these little fucking YouTubers now, right? Number one, taking over the YouTube world, taking over the combat sports world, disrespecting the MMA crowd, and now disrespecting the sovereignty of the White House and saying that they're going to be president of the United States. How do you feel about this, Anthony?
It's always something with these nerds. It's always, and that's not to disrespect nerds. I like nerds, just not these
and
ones.
Virgins.
And virgins. I'm down with nerds and virgins. I'm cool with them. I feel like we're friends, but
love a good virgin.
It's just it's always something with these fucking guys. It's always something. It's all bullshit, obviously. It's just sound bites for people like us to talk about. And sometimes I'm like, God, I don't even want to talk about it, but they're so idiotic. We're just a bunch of idiots. No one believes that, right?
I would think not, because I saw that Harrington put it in the notes when I was lifting weights before, and in between toiling away and sweating and lifting ridiculously heavy weights, Anthony, that would set records, I'm sure, if it was to be calculated properly. I did click on the story, and when I clicked on the story, I'm like, this is clearly a joke. Do you know what I mean? He's just fucking about, just trying to get sound bites, but Harrington once again puts it in the notes. But
I think Harrington is a Jake Paul and Logan Paul fan, because every 100%. Time every time there's a Paul brother story, it finds its way into our show notes every time.
Okay, let's pull back the curtain. See, the thing is, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and I feel like their stories may be dwindling a little bit, because it used to be, if we spoke about them, the numbers went through the roof. If I did a YouTube video and it featured Logan Paul or Jake Paul recently with the fighting stuff, great numbers, but not so much anymore. I think the rub, the shine, the appeal, the novelty, whatever word you want to use, is kind of slowly wearing off. But it did remind me of, because he said he wants to be president. Do you know Dan Bilzerian?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're friends with him or anything like that. But I noticed he was on
I have a bad Dan Bilzerian story.
Oh, and I want to hear it if possible, if you're happy to share it.
Yeah,
no, I saw him on an interview once, and he was sitting there in his extremely, extremely short shorts and his stupid fucking hat on, juiced out of his mind with all his hookers around him. And he's talking about how he's going to run for president one day, just because it's a bucket list thing. And I just kind of want to say that I did it, Yeah.
just one time. I
just
want to do it once.
Just like, maybe I'll become the president one day, because, just say I did it.
Just to do it.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to be successful. Please, while we're all shitting on Dan Bilzerian, go ahead,
Perfect
Anthony.
Timing.
Perfect.
So I've never told this story. I actually told it to like a group of friends the other day, but I've never really told it, only because I didn't want to embarrass my mom. So now that she's not here, I'll tell the fucking story.
God,
I'll tell the fucking story.
Cry.
So when I fought John Jones, I'm in the octagon. So when you get a title fight, they give you a bunch of tickets that are very, very close, and so my mom, my wife, my manager's mom, and like two other people in my group are sitting front row, right? Very front row of Dana's section. And I'm in the octagon, and while this is happening, John Jones is making his way to the octagon. So Dan Bilzerian and another fighter that he was hanging out with
Donald Cerrone?
It was Donald Cerrone.
Oh, it was! Oh, what a guess!
Yeah.
What a guess! But they are together quite a lot.
So they're together. I figured a lot of people would read between the lines, but it's going to sound like I'm shitting on Donald Cerrone too. So, and maybe I am a little bit, but they come to.
I don't know whether she's going Donald. I have no idea.
Well, they come and they want to sit down to watch the fight, but they're fucking hammered, like just shithouse drunk, and so like they tell them that those are their seats. So my mom doesn't know Dan Bilzerian or Donald Cerrone. My wife knows who Donald is, but she doesn't know him, and she doesn't know who the fuck this short short, tight shirt, funky ass hat wearing guy is. She has no idea he's like some fucking millionaire. She just knows that these are her seats and she's about to watch her son fight for a world title. So they kind of go back and forth a little bit. And literally Dan Bilzerian and Donald Cerrone removed my mom and wife from their seats while I'm getting ready to fight John Jones. I was fucking furious. Like, had I seen Dan Bilzerian like the 10 after, because I found out about it right after I got it to the back, and if I'd have seen him then, I'd have fucking tore his head off. I was so mad. But I've never said anything about it to either one of them, but because it just ended up being an ordeal. I'm telling it super fast just for, you know, show purposes, but like they go back and forth and he's being a dick, and then turns out they just made everybody slide. So they slid the whole row so that my mom and wife could still be close and in that front row. But like, for whatever reason, Donald and Dan Bilzerian wanted those goddamn seats. And so it's a mess. And then Dan ends up being next to my mom. And he's like, during the fight, is watching porn on his phone.
Whoa.
Like sitting, like during the fight, he's like sitting there watching porn. So my mom's super uncomfortable. Like she was always
freaked
like,
out and like,
yeah, she's weirded out. She's like a quiet lady, very shy. It was just a whole fucking ordeal.
Bring up a picture of Dan Bilzerian, please, Brian, just so we can shit on him some more, because I was going to move away from it. But what kind of person sits there and watches porn next to, you know, clearly one of the fighters' mothers, or any woman or
anybody? Like, who watches porn during a UFC event?
Yeah,
he's the same size as all of those girls.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that people miss. Dan Bilzerian is a tiny human.
Yeah,
he's a blown up little muscle ball, but like if he stands next to me or Mike, he's tiny.
Well, there was that one with Conor at the weekend. Did you see that, Conor McGregor? There was a picture of him. In fact, where was it? Where did I see it? He's in like a blue suit and he's talking. He's at some supermodels party or something like that. And he's chatting away to some woman and he's looking very, you know, he's looking like he's had a few drinks, enjoying himself. But the point of the story is the girl is way taller than him, way taller. And I'm like, because I said, oh, he looks like he's had a couple there. And Rebecca goes, he looks fucking short is what he looks. I'm like, well, he's not the biggest guy in the world. I'm not talking shit. He's not 6 foot odd. You know what I mean? He's 5'9". Yeah,
I mean, he's fought at 145. How fucking big could he be?
Correct. But you don't get the ratio of the perspective when you look on TV. When you got two 145ers, when you got Chad Mendes and Conor McGregor, they both look fucking jacked. And you throw them in there with Jason Herzog, they all look about the same size. You know what I mean? You stick a big John McCarthy in the mix, all of a sudden it looks like the fucking BFG.
Yeah, you get yourself or Cormier or something in there interviewing him, and then you're just engulfing him with your arm.
That is not the one I was talking about, Brian. But well done, top marks for trying. I do appreciate it.